front entry door is so important when it comes to a home and defining that space from a design standpoint as well as a function standpoint. Right behind me here, we have a pivot door. Pivot doors are all the rage right now because it's all about maximum size and the cool way that they open. They open different than a regular door, a pivot door. They actually will pivot, hence pivot door, right? They're gonna pivot on an access point rather than a hinge. There's posts that will go in the top and the bottom of the door. And it's really important to ensure that you have a high quality pivot door with high quality hardware to ensure that that lasts over time. Pivot doors are awesome because they just create drama for the space. They create an experience as folks are walking in and out of that house. It's a where'd you get that kind of conversation when you think about it. And what's really some of the advantages of a pivot door would be one, the width and height, the maximum size that's available. Two, that modern view that's available with a pivot door. And three, just the overall feel of it. They just have a weight to them and they glide like nothing else. I mean, you could just see one finger moving that back and forth. Like, what a fantastic statement to make in an entranceway by having just a massive slab of wood, aluminum, steel, glass, whatever it may be. It's just something different. It's something that creates conversation. It's something that creates drama around the house. Now, pivot doors, some things to be concerned about if you're looking at pivot doors. They were it became popular in the Southwest, right? Water, snow, that kind of stuff, not really concerned if you live in Arizona. But if you live in New Jersey or New York and you don't have an overhang and you have to worry about storms, water, air infiltration, a pivot door might not be the best choice for you because they have a flat sill. That door has to rocker in and out, so a flat sill is required on that. Now with that flat sill, water and air may get in. It's just something to be mindful of if you're thinking about a pivot door. The other thing would be if you have little kids, there's little fingers, and because it pivots and it doesn't open on the hinge, on the jamb, those little fingers can find their ways to the other side of the door, and when it closes, it's a big, heavy door. So if you have little kids, it might be something you might want to reconsider alternates to, but there's really nothing in play out in the market that I think matches the creativity and the experience of a pivot door when it opens. So what's the perfect choice when it comes to a pivot door? In my opinion, the perfect choice is going to be a Glenview door. Glenview doors use European technology that they've coined Eurotech, so it's a fully insulated door. It has LVL stiles and rails. It has a polystyrene core with layers of aluminum and veneer to keep that wood protected, and you just get this gorgeous look. Like this door, for example, is a European white oak. They also offer mahogany, and what's really great is you can just express yourself. Like this door is this beautiful bright pink color, and it just makes a statement. It's a door that just, it punches you in the face when you come and look at it, and it's not for everyone. But in a modern house, and for someone really trying to make a statement, which is what you're doing with a pivot door, what better way to showcase it than with a Glenview and a bright color, right? So there are hundreds of colors to choose from. If you wanted a stain instead, again, European white oak, this is their gray stain. Just a gorgeous view with that chevron pattern. Really makes a statement, really adds just to the drama and complexity of that door. What's really important, aside from that, their doors are 3.5 inches thick when you're looking at a pivot door by Glenview. So when you're talking about pivot doors, you're talking about doors that are gonna be 4 foot wide, 5 foot wide, 8 foot tall to 10 foot tall, massive doors. 3.5 inch wide slab is going to ensure that that door is not going to warp or anything like that. It's going to be nice and solid. There's plenty of pivot door companies out there, of course, and more are growing, but how does that door look in 2 years? How does that door look in 5 years? If you have a 3.5 inch thick slab, think about the statement that that makes. Think about the rigidity of that and the strength of that, not just the beauty of that door, but how is that door going to look from years to come? In addition to that, it's all about the engineering when it comes to Glenview. It's all about that Eurotech. It's all about the hardware. They use Fritz Jurgens hardware. If you're looking at a pivot door and it doesn't have Fritz Jurgens hardware, you probably should run the other way. That's what holds this massive door in place, is that hardware, that pivot at the top and bottom. That's really what makes a company like Glenview shine. We're a proud partner with Glenview, and multi-point locking mechanisms that are in there, handle sets that come right on the door. Like, when it comes to pivot doors, these guys lead the pack 100%. If you need help with the pivot door, contact us today. We'd be happy to work with you.